Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. Are you a busy executive, CEO, business owner, professional? Here are a few fitness hacks so you can be healthy and fit even with your crazy busy career. Stay tuned. Hey there, my friend Perry Tinsley here, creator of the Power Blast podcast, the power of possibility, passion, and purpose. And if you're an executive, a manager, a CEO, a professional of some sort, or even just own your own business, most likely you spend well over 65% of your waking hours on work. It's probably always on your mind, and you're constantly going and just trying to find little gaps here and there where you're trying to dedicate things to maybe personal stuff or family time, or just making yourself a priority seems like you're putting fitness on the back burner. Let's just say that. So for most of us, if you're like most people, you probably want to lead a healthy lifestyle, but there's always these other priorities that seem to top the list. And so that usually gets tucked away in a someday maybe file, right? And most likely you can get behind the idea of doing small, consistent, positive choices over time, and that can make such a radical difference. You probably apply that sort of thinking to what has gotten you to where you are in your career. So why not make fitness simple, doable, and consistent? Just small little bite-sized things that you can do consistently, and that can just add up over time. I think for a lot of people, we think that we've got to have this all in or nothing mentality when it comes to our health and fitness. And I was that way too. It was like, if I'm going to just show up for just a few minutes a day, sure, that might add up consistently, but it's not going to make me drop any weight. It's not going to show me any difference in a very short period of time. And that's what I really need. I want results, because probably in your business or what you do in your career, you get results relatively quickly. So we want that. We desire that when it comes to our health and fitness, but you've got to think of the long run. They call it a marathon, right? Not that you're going to run a marathon unless you want to, but it's the big picture that a lot of us talk about in business, having that long-range visualization of where you want to go and what you want to achieve. And if in your business or your career you're getting quick results, but the long-term range is, well, those quick results, but you're not going to scale until, way down the line. Why not think of your fitness that way? So it can be something super simple, super fun, super doable, and take the pressure off of you it literally takes the excuses out of it too, to where you're trying to avoid it. And, I encourage you, employ some of these strategies that I'm going to give you and just see where it goes. Obviously, if you dismiss them, they aren't going to get you anywhere. But what if is the way. That's what happened to me when I got started. I went, what if I just started and stayed consistent and committed? And sure enough, it was like 60, 90 days down the road. Didn't seem like overnight. It seemed like it took forever, but all of a sudden the results started to kick in. And the more results and the more benefits that I was having in my career, because I had more energy, I felt a lot better. I felt more confident. I felt more alert and more productive as those things started to kick in because of my new fitness confidence and what was happening with my transformation. I realized, you know what? I can figure out more time to make things happen. So the first tip is just to choose something that you can do for at least 10 minutes. That can be, anything from finding, there's a lot of little 10-minute workouts that you can find on YouTube, or there's some streaming services out there, or it could even be just coming up with 10 different exercises that you can do for a minute each. Jumping jacks, some squats, some push-ups, things like that. And you might not be at a point where you can do like a full push-up or whatever it is, but if you just Google how to modify a push-up, how to modify a squat, how to modify a lunge, these different exercises, you can do those modifications for a minute. And you could probably, while you're doing the exercises, brainstorm your to-do list in your head as you go. The next tip is to find the best time slot to get it in. For many people, they usually try to squeeze in some TV time, just to unwind. Well, you could take 10 minutes of that TV time and squeeze that in, or squeeze it in at lunch. Or here's another one. I know this is tough for some people because we all have that illusion that we need our extra sleep. But if you just got up an extra 15 minutes earlier and intentionally got up and got it done, no snoozing, and did it before you checked your email or any social media stuff, because a lot of time we do grab our phone right away. You do that, you're giving yourself, you're empowering your day as opposed to being reactive to your day. You're not on anybody else's agenda. It's your agenda. It's you, right? The next idea is to sign up for a competition or a challenge of some sort. That can always keep the motivation high, especially if you sign up for challenges at a regular interval. It keeps you engaged and motivated to keep pushing toward that next challenge. Now, you'll want to make sure it works out for your schedule, but for a lot of times there's those events that happen on Saturday, and you can be working on building up toward that event. Or perhaps maybe even signing up for some sort of, a lot of work or corporate events. They have wellness events that some competitions like getting in so many steps, etc. Or there's even virtual diet bets that are out there. Signing up for those. Next tip. If you're challenged by a lot of travel, and I am going to get, I believe in an upcoming podcast episode, I'm going to talk about fitness and staying healthy and fit while traveling. But if you are challenged by a lot of travel, make use of the hotel gym. So many people overlook that. And if it's closed down because of health regulations or whatever, consider packing a travel fitness kit of some sort with some resistance bands in there. If you want to do light weights, but you really don't have to. The resistance bands, they fit into anything, and you can get various resistance tensions on those. But those can be great for strength. You can add in some sort of cardio, some flexibility exercises. Even body weight exercises can be great for strength building. Once again, it only needs to be 10 minutes, but if you can get in longer, you best. Want to make it super simple? Just get yourself some sort of fitness streaming service. There's a lot of variety out there, and this is what the big deal for me was. It was when I wanted to get healthy and fit, I either, when I joined a gym or even bought my own home equipment, most of the time I was guessing my way around what to do. I kind of had a mindset of what I would do, some curls, some benches, chest presses, etc. But when you've got a streaming option with an actual fitness trainer just telling you what to do next, just do this, it frees up a lot of your brain energy in trying to guess and figure out and calculate. All you're doing, you're just following along. A lot of times that's when I was a teacher, and even in my own home business, I would do, as I'm exercising, and I'm following along with what's going on the screen, but I'm also thinking and considering and brainstorming and plotting what may happen. I always keep a notepad over on the side in case I need to hit the pause button and write an idea down. But it just takes that guesswork out of what to do for exercise. And those trainers have put things together in such a strategic way to get you the best results that why wouldn't you trust that, right? So there's another great way to, get results quicker instead of guessing it yourself. Plus, you tend to not let yourself off the hook as much when it comes to that. You're just kind of following along, and that when you've got somebody that's motivational and pushing you, you tend to want to do better, right? The next tip here is to make use of your fitness assets. This is just taking an inventory of what you already have at your disposal. That can include equipment that you already own, the elliptical that's right now the exotic clothes hanger, your local parks, DVDs that you may have purchased way down the line, VHS tapes, I don't know. your bike that you already own. It's just getting creative with what you already have and looking at that and saying, you know what, can I create a fitness schedule for myself that provides variety with some strength training, some resistance, some flexibility, and do that 4 to 5 times a week, intentionally, consistently. And here's another tip. I think I shared this last week. It's to create a no matter what routine. I think this is a game changer for a lot of people. This is a 10-minute exercise routine that you will commit to no matter what, when you're too busy, when you're unmotivated, when you're sad, when you're not feeling well, when you're off your game, when you're just not feeling it or into it. You've committed, you made a contract with yourself that you're going to do it no matter what, even if it's only 10 minutes. That can be just a series of exercises and moves that I talked about earlier, or you just find that one 10-minute routine that's on YouTube or your streaming service that this is my go-to. This is what I will commit to no matter what. At least I can check the box and say I showed up that day. So I ask you, which of these tips resonate with you? Most of them doable, right? It's just needing to put things into action even when you are crazy busy. And here's another tool that may help boost your mindset, your consistency, and just your overall motivation and energy. You can grab my free Success Habits Master List. That's packed with routines, rituals, tips, and strategies to move you from feeling chaotic, overwhelmed, way too busy, to feeling grateful, healthy, happy, focused, fulfilled. And you can download that for free at morningsuccesshabits.com. It's all yours. And I've got some other tidbits in there that I think will really, really help you along the way, especially when you've got a really crazy busy job. That's all I have for this week. You absolutely rock. I appreciate you so much for tuning in. If you found this helpful, please share with a friend. And if you can get over to your podcast app and leave an honest rating or review, that always helps people discover this podcast so they can get value. And if you're popping over on YouTube, I'm waving at you. You're seeing the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button in the notifications area there. And if you can drop it in a comment, then I can answer your question too. You absolutely rock, my friend. And as always, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.